everyone, welcome back. It is me. I know it's been a long time, but I have so many things to share with you all. I recently announced that I am pregnant with my third boy. That's super exciting. That will be on another video. I'll probably make one with my husband and we'll just talk about the journey, the process, and all of that. But I know I had come on here and I'm like, oh my God, I'm gonna be bringing out all these videos and sharing all this content. And then I fell off the face of the earth. But I wanted to let you know I am alive, I am here. I'm showing up today. I'm not gonna make any promises because this pregnancy has been super hard. But I'm gonna try my best to be as consistent as possible. But for today, I just have been feeling like this is something that I wanted to share for a little while now, and I just wasn't ready yet, but I felt like God was really putting it in my heart to talk about it. So I know I've mentioned in other videos how I've struggled with depression and how I was really working through that, and I feel like right now I am in the middle of it, and I feel like God just wants me to talk about the process and the journey, because a lot of the times we don't talk about these things until we overcome it. And I feel like he just wants me to share it now in the middle of it. So I am trying very hard to stay encouraged, but as you can see in the title, I had to really come to terms with not being okay. And so I'm gonna be the first one to say it. I am not okay. And I feel like sometimes it is okay to not be okay. And I think that there's so much shame in that, in saying it and admitting it, that we start to hide it and suppress it and to withdraw from the people around us, from God. And I think that's when we get further into the pit. And so that really has been my journey. And I'm sorry, I'm out of breath already. I'm like, oh, and of course there's a truck outside. But I just wanted to share, yeah, for the first trimester of my pregnancy, it got very, very dark for me. And so, you know, in that time, I'm not gonna sit here and lie to you and say that I was reading the word and that I was worshiping and that I was seeking God. I wasn't doing any of it. Like, I did not want to do any of it. I still had thoughts about wanting to die, and it's embarrassing to say because I am, you know, a follower of Jesus, and I know, you know, that I have power and authority. But I still struggle. I still struggle with those thoughts, and I'm still learning how to hold every thought captive. And I do. There's times where I don't try and I just basically exist. There were times that I was waking up in the middle of the night just crying hysterically. And so in those moments, the only thing that I had strength to do was to tell God, to cry out to him and say, I'm tired of this. Like, I don't want to do this anymore. I don't want to be here. You know, and I don't know if I'm alone in this. Maybe you don't struggle with depression. Maybe this is not for you. And I think that was holding me back too, because I felt like I was going to be judged and criticized because I should know better. And sometimes we know better, but it's still something that we struggle with and that we deal with. And I think that the most encouraging thing out of this whole season is that throughout this whole time, even when I wasn't seeking God, even when I was binge watching Netflix, because I just didn't want to deal. I felt disconnected from my husband. I pushed my friends away. Because you get into this place where you feel like nobody understands. And some people don't. And people will get tired of hearing you. And I don't blame them. You know, I don't blame them, because I get tired of hearing myself. I feel like we can't deal with ourselves. How can we expect other people to deal with us? But the amazing part is that there is someone who wants to deal with us, who wants to hear us, and that's God. And I feel like no matter what, throughout this whole journey, when I cried out, when I complained, when I wanted to quit, God was there the whole time. I'm gonna try not to get emotional, but he was there. He was there, and I know he was there. And I feel like that's really what has been helping me through the journey. And you know, there were times that I wanted to even leave my church. I didn't want to go anymore. I felt very alone, and it's nobody's fault. It's just how I felt, you know? And I just kept showing up. I just kept coming. I'm like, you know what? I'll just get the little bit that I can. And then there was this one time that I feel like God was like, you need to get your life. And not like that, but I was laying in bed. It was one of the times that I didn't even want to get out of bed. And, you know, I was praying and my phone was dying, and I was playing, I guess I was playing worship or something. I'm not sure. But the charger was on the floor, and I'm thinking like, oh, Jesus, if only you could just reach down and charge my phone for me. And in that moment, I know it sounds so stupid, but in that moment, God was like, it's right there. Like, but you need to get it. Like, you need to grab onto it. And so then I felt like that was him kind of telling me, like, I'm right here. Like, you just need to plug into me. Like, you need to look up at me. You need to focus on me. And I didn't want to, you know? And then this whole time, I just feel like God has been pursuing me. And maybe you're in a dark place, and maybe you're feeling depressed and discouraged, and like you want to give up. And I just want to tell you, hold on. Like, do not give up. He is doing something, and he is right there. He is right there in the darkest valley, in the lowest of the lowest pit. He is right there waiting for you to plug, to connect to him. And I'm telling you, once you do, that is where it's at. I'm not going to say that it's easy. I'm not going to say that it takes the sadness away. But there's a comfort and there's a peace that comes in connecting to him and focusing on him and glorifying him, even in the moments when you want to die. And I feel like when you get to that point, like, what else can you do? What else? Like, there's just nothing else. I need help. I need you, Lord, you know? And so I think that's what he's really calling me to do in this season, honestly, is to really plug into him, is to really focus on his voice, not the voices around me, not the voices that I tell myself, not the lies that I tell myself, but him. So I just wanted to share that if right now you're in a season that you're not okay, it's okay. It's fine. He's there. But we cannot stay there. Nobody can take us out of there but us. We have to plug in. We have to pick up the charger and charge the phone. We have to do this. We have to keep going because there's just nothing else. And so that has been what I've been going through. I'm feeling much better. I'm feeling like, you know, I've been scared to talk about this because I feel weak, and it's hard for me to be vulnerable about this because I think about the people that don't understand the struggle and that don't understand how it is. But this is not for them. This is for you. If this relates to you, just know that you're not alone, that you're gonna be okay. And even if you have to just tell yourself, I'm gonna be okay, this is temporary, just do it. But I really, really pray and hope that you will just refocus on Jesus, refocus on your relationship with God, and learn how to hold every thought captive. And I'm praying for you. If you want to leave a comment down below, I will pray for you further because we need each other. We need to talk about it. We need to release it because the more that we hide it, the more that we suppress it, the more that we get in our heads about it. And so thank you for watching. I'm gonna do another video about what I'm doing now in my quiet time, what I'm doing to spend time with God, what I'm doing to really focus on Him and not so much on me and getting in the pity party and getting deeper into my hole. And so yeah, that's basically what I wanted to start off with. I'm back. I'm gonna try very hard. I'm gonna be very organized about recording and editing and posting. But I just wanted to encourage some people because I know it's a new year and we're expected a new year, new me. Sometimes it's new year, same struggle, and we're just coping. But there's someone in our back, and I feel like if you don't know God, you're still dealing with it, with the depression, with the anxiety, with the low self-esteem, with the insecurity. I feel like at least I'm grateful that I have a Father that cares about me, that wants to help me, that wants to transform me, that wants to free me from that. And so if you don't know Him, I invite you to get to know Him. You have nothing to lose. I'm sure you've tried everything else I did. Nothing works. So anyways, I love you guys. Thank you for sticking with me. Thank you for staying subscribed. I will see you in the next video. Bye.